So you have got an interview coming up and you are super scared, but you want to make a good impression in English. No worries. In this video, I'm not going to give you the usual tips like go in front of the mirror and practice English or practice common interview questions and answers because I know you are going to do that for sure. Instead, in this video, I'm going to give you some more tips that will help you sound fluent, confident, and smart during an interview. So let's get started. Now, before we jump into preparation tips, let's first understand why interviews are conducted. Number one is to assess your communication skills. See, no matter how good your resume is, if you can't speak clearly in English, then that's a red flag for employers. So they want to check if you can speak logically, confidently, and fluently. The second reason is to check your problem solving and thinking abilities. See, companies and universities want candidates who can think critically and handle challenges under pressure. That's why they ask tricky and unexpected questions. And the third reason is to evaluate your personality and fit for the role. So, interviewers look beyond qualifications. They check if you match their company culture, work ethics, and values. Reason number 4 is to measure your professionalism and confidence. No matter how you ignore this fact, but this is true, that your body language, attitude, and dressing sense play a major role in creating an impression. Reason number 5 is definitely to test your honesty and authenticity. Nowadays, many candidates fake their skills on paper, but interviews help recruiters understand whether you are genuinely skilled and truthful. Now, you might think why I was telling you all of these, because if you don't understand why interviews are conducted, you will always lack some abilities and skills. So now that we know, it's time for me to share some more tips. Tip number 1 is to think like a storyteller, not a job seeker. You always need to ask yourself this question: what's more engaging? So you need to have a list prepared with engaging facts or a gripping story. Don't just answer questions. Tell a story. For example, when asked about your strengths, don't just say, I am a problem solver. Instead, come up with a quick 20 to 30-second story that will be enough to show your strengths. For example, you could say, in my last job, there was a project that was about to fail. I stepped in, reorganized the tasks, and we met the deadline. That's when I realized I thrive under pressure. Now, you yourself try to realize the differences between these two answers. What do you think is the best way to answer? What do you think is the best way to showcase your skills? Are you going to still say, I am a problem solver? Or you are going to go with this answer? I can guarantee you are going to choose the second one. Why? Because stories create a connection and make you memorable. Struggling with tell me about yourself? Okay, so here's a formula. Use past, present, future trick. Instead of rambling, structure your answer using this technique. So you first have to start with past. It's where you started. Next, present. It's what you are doing now. And then future. Here you have to answer how this job fits into your goal. Let me show you one example. You could say, I started as a sales intern and then moved into customer relations. Currently, I lead a small team and I'm excited about this opportunity as I see it as the next step in my career. Want to sound confident instantly? Do this one thing. Many people fill gaps with when thinking. Instead, take a silent pause. It helps you look more composed and in control. Before answering, try this. Take a deep breath, pause for 2 seconds. It gives you the time to think and makes your words more impactful. Now, here's something that I want you to understand. Please don't overload your answers. When interviewers ask questions, many candidates have this tendency to go blank forever because they don't have any answer for that. Or they choose to answer in long sentences. So, long answers don't mean better answers. Interviews aren't essays. First, understand. Use short, simple, and crisp responses that will make you sound professional and smart. And also keep the interviewers engaged. My tip? Please use 1 to 3 sentences per answer. If they need more details, they'll ask. And the technique that I'm going to elaborate next is the one I'm sure you are not using. Use the power word technique. The right words can make you sound more confident and competent. Certain words create a stronger impact during an interview. For example, instead of saying, I helped, say, I spearheaded. Instead of saying, I worked on, say, I contributed to the success of. Use led instead of managed. Use resolved instead of fixed. Achieved instead of did. These subtle changes can make a big difference. The next tip is to mirror the interviewer's energy. People like people who are like them. So, if your interviewer is formal, stay professional. If they are relaxed and casual, match their tone slightly. This will help you build an instant rapport and make your conversation smoother. Now, will you be amazed if I here ask you to learn from stand-up comedians? I mean, how is it going to be relatable here, right? So basically, here I'm asking you to work on your tone. Your words matter, but your tone matters the most. A monotone voice kills engagement. Watch English stand-up comedians or TED speakers to observe their tone, pauses, or emphasis. Try mimicking their style while practicing your answers. Bonus tip: record yourself while speaking and listen back to adjust your tone and pace. And finally, if you're ready to flip the table, then prepare surprise questions. At the end, when they'll ask, do you have any questions for me? Don't just ask generic questions. Many candidates miss the chance to stand out here. Instead of asking generic questions like, what's the next step? Or tell me something more about this role. You could take this opportunity to show your deep interest and enthusiasm in the company. Some examples of thought-provoking questions can be, what challenges does your team currently face and how can I contribute? What are the key goals for this role in the first 6 months and how can I exceed them? Based on our conversation, do you have any feedback on my performance or areas where I could improve? And the last tip is to fake an interview. But how? See, you need to learn how to simulate. Don't just prepare, but simulate. Instead of rehearsing in your head, do a mock interview with AI tools like ChatGPT or a friend. Simulating will help you to have a real experience and will also help you to identify your weak areas and build confidence. Bonus challenge: record your mock interview and analyze yourself. Be a confident learner, not a perfect speaker. Perfection isn't our goal. Confidence is. So if you make a mistake, accept it, smile and say, let me rephrase that. So confidence is more impressive than perfection. Don't panic because interviews don't have to be scary. With these unique strategies, you will walk in smart, prepared, and ready to impress. Best of luck for your next interview.